New card. What do you think?
Whoa. Very nice. Look at that.
It's very cool, Bateman, but that's nothing. Look at this.
That is really nice.
What do you think?
The tasteful thickness of it. Oh my God.
Patrick, you're sweating.
You know, at the root of things, at the core, one of the core tenets of my content has always been the video game industry and a lot of the woke nonsense that goes on there. This year, there's actually a lot of people, or a lot of the big video game titles have relatively avoided controversy. Games like Starfield did have their pronoun nonsense. Spiderman 2 did have its woke ideology stuff. But this is a different kind of controversy going on. I'll probably try out both of these games at some point in my life, he said, as his backlog got larger and larger. But for right now, I want to introduce you to perhaps the most important conversation going on the internet right now, and that is Spider-Man 2, Starfield, Buttgate. That's right, Buttgate. There is a post going around the internet with 5.7 million views, a couple thousand likes, that is, of course, triggering all of the right people. You have a situation here where we have "You Must Be the Judge." Xbox Battlegrounds, you see to me, it's the Starfield. Starfield wins this. I'm talking about the video game, guys. I'm not objectifying anybody. You know, I'm not objectifying anybody. So for me, obviously, I think I'm a bigger fan of the Starfield game. I'm a lesser, like the Spider-Man 2 game. It feels a little flatter. The game feels a little flatter. But anyway, of course, this is objectifying women. Now, fake, digital, pixelated women, but all of the right people are mad about it. And I'm going to, before I show their rage, okay, super quick word from this video sponsor. Huge shout out to this video sponsor, Sheath. Look, fellas, particularly, I know it can be a little bit weird to be thinking about changing out your underwear, something you've been wearing basically the same thing for as long as you can remember. But allow me to give you a couple of reasons why. And plus, ladies, Sheath also has a lot for you as well. Look, fellas, first of all, the boxers are designed to keep your balls off your legs. Sheath has 2 individual compartments to keep everything down there, separate and comfortable. Traditional boxer briefs are barbaric, invented during the Neanderthal era. Sheath has a modern ergonomic design intended to prevent skin-on-skin contact for long durations, which can build heat, sweat, and smell, fellas. There's an inverted kangaroo pouch for your joey to keep you from sticking to your thigh. You'll chafe and readjust less because everything is cool and in a separate compartment. They were invented by a U.S. Army soldier who came up with the idea for Sheath during his second tour in Iraq, where it was hot as heck and his boys needed to breathe. He invented these underwear to keep your boys cool and comfortable. He's basically a hero. And again, I know it's a weird thing to think about changing, but I'm telling you, once you try Sheath's products, men and women, there's a wide variety of sizes available. I think you're really going to love them. So click the link below and use code THEQUARTERING at checkout, or go to sheathunderwear.com/thequartering for 20% off. And hey, you'd be doing your balls a huge favor. Make sure you go ahead and check them out. Now, the video game industry has long whined and complained about quote-unquote men objectifying women. Now, we know that this is generally a issue that ugly women, smelly women have. You don't see a lot of good-looking women whining about guys saying they're good-looking. It's usually like sweaty, overweight women with brightly colored hair and leftist politics living in their parents' basement in their 40s. They're the ones that seem to have a big problem with objectifying women. There's nothing wrong with being, picking Starfield as a game over Spider-Man 2 as a game. Okay? But you see a lot of people, this is so pathetic. This is pathetic on so many levels. Blah, 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 blah. Although Cyberpunk 2077 as a game also looks like it could be pretty good too. It could be. It could be. Spider-Man 2 possibly. I don't know. There's a lot of, you see this. This is insane. No way console wars have stooped this low. Keep it up, y'all. I love the entertainment. Getting all these, I don't get my meat beaten material from video games, but okay. All these loser men filling this thread with weirdo white knighting for women that they don't even know. And by the way, any normal woman that you politely would say, hey, I think you're pretty, you're beautiful. They like that. Non-toxic women like compliments. And by the way, ladies, don't be afraid to tell men. A lot of men don't get a lot of compliments. And, it's hard out there for men sometimes. But before we get to all the butthurt, this is not, this is something that, all these, every Kotaku, Polygon, all these, Anita Sarkeesian grifted millions of dollars on this, right? Anita Sarkeesian grifted millions of dollars by talking about women are being objectified, right? It's only objectification, though, when men do it. It's cool and based when women do it. Here's a perfect example. The literal League of... Now, by the way, I don't care. I think you're allowed to say a fictitious character is hot. Or even a real person's hot. Just don't be gross, okay? Don't, invade... Don't, creep on them. The official League of Legends account tweets this out. Does anyone have the technology to make this possible? And this is their official account. By the way, this is a company, Riot Games... okay, who makes League of Legends, I believe, who had all sorts of scandals about, frat boy type behavior, okay? They tweet out on their official account, objectifying a man's abs, okay? Now, again, I don't think there's any problem with this tweet, but we all know that if it was a man's hand reaching in and touching a woman's chest, the entire video game industry, journalist industry would explode. You see a lot of this from the official account. This is fanatical. Even Opera GX says, touch this first, and it's some grass. Clean up your keyboard, bro, from the official accounts. It's insane. But this kind of stuff is fine. 38,000 likes. Again, I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but we know dang well that you aren't allowed to do this if it was a woman. Yikes. Can we stop with randomly touching people? Male or female doesn't matter. A gender reversal with a guy want to touch a booty and everyone would rightfully be angry. Yeah. Quick, swap the genders. Let's see the main account get roasted. The comments here are thirsty AF. But how would it go if the roles were reversed? All these smart, good-smelling individuals are pointing out the fact that it's different when women do it. It's fine. It's cool. It's based. How about all these articles? The 15 most handsome men, the 15 most handsome video game characters. Here's the Mary Sue, a literal feminist outlet, rating, quote, the top 10 hottest guys in video games. The top 10 hottest guys in video games. Okay? a literal female gaze. It's cool when they do it, right? These are the same websites that would be having a meltdown if it was a man. BuzzFeed, the 11 hottest hunks in video games, as ranked by a straight woman and a gay man. So again, openly objectifying men, and it's cool and it's based. And these are all like, leftist media outlets. These are all leftist outlets. So, what happened to objectifying bad? And I could pull up dozens of articles like this. Hey, how about this one? The top 20 hottest male video game characters. They can't write these articles about women. BuzzFeed News, finally, a website that objectifies the men of the video game industry. And then we look at this tweet, right? All the outrage in the quote tweets, full of it. Console warriors running out of topics to complain about. Both of them are still ugly. It doesn't matter. Okay, Peter Piter. Okay, that's fine. Black Hokage. I'm convinced being a console fanboy is some type of mental illness. Because why do y'all ride for these platforms on this app? Make no sense. It really has nothing to do with the console wars. Finally, the console wars are good again. Sure, I like that. I like that people, put this in. I like that people have fun with this. It's supposed to be okay. It was Cyberpunk. Yeah, Cyberpunk's game of the year. What are we even comparing anymore? Xbox fanboys when they have to take a shower. I mean, I think that there's a lot of people who are having fun with it. So we're comparing video game rear ends now. I mean, you could see console wars then, console wars now, a bundle of sticks words jerking it and crying every day about people they made up in their head to win internet arguments. What? They don't even play the game anymore. They just want to hook up with the female characters. You're such a sad human being. I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand why people can't just have fun. We're really judging games by their rear end models. Bros running a mod to make them more pronounced. So what? I think this has some sort of mod going on it to make them pop. I'm not exactly sure. But so what? They paid their $70. They can enjoy the game how they want. And again, it's fine when women do it. It's completely fine when women do it and video game journalists do it to men. If my AAA video game isn't making my junk move, it's a bad game. Ew. These people are so gross. The people that are having a meltdown over this. I knew from the start the right side is a mod because there's no way ESG developers, I'm going to show you, have remotely any sense of beauty standards. Both companies are the same with different colors. Here's the two producers from Bethesda. This is the same people that whine and complain about, what is it, Dead or Alive, the volleyball game, just harmless fun. People are allowed to, make... By the way, this might, comparing artificial, you need to be jailed. They want them to go to jail? What? There's no way people just need to relax and have fun. People need to just relax and have fun. This is not it's not that serious. But I just like to point out the absurd double standards that exist because that's a core tenet of my channel. By the way, it would appear to me that Starfield is a more well-rounded game. But, for right now, I'll probably stick to Final Fantasy Online because I'm getting way behind in that. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.